Hello everybody, this is Chris, the lottery guy. On today's video, this is going to be on chasing the sum on the cash 3 numbers. And what we have here is a list of numbers. I have a total of 53 numbers, which today is going to be the 11th day of October. So these numbers will be good for tonight. I think that's correct on the date. Let me see here. 12th day of October, I'm sorry. Today is the 12th day of October. So today, these numbers is going to be good for tonight's drawing at 10 o'clock. So maybe we may have some lucky numbers tonight. There's going to be a total of 53 of these numbers. And maybe if a person was betting 50 cents and trying to hit one straight up, I've been paying close attention on these first numbers, on which numbers to pick out and which ones to kind of leave alone. So maybe we may have a hot number tonight on that. But the video is I have on this piece of paper here, I've done a video in the past on chasing the sum. If you go back to one of my original videos where it's chasing sum, and it's going to be on the description link, you will be able to print out these pages here that I have. And if you will look, you will see the numbers that are highlighted in yellow or circled in a square in pink. That means that those numbers have previously shown up, and sometimes I may have something above them and say maybe like 2 times. So that means that number has showed up twice in the past. So I have right now in Mississippi, we have it's about 50-50 on how many numbers has been picked and how many numbers that has not come up. It's about almost half and half. That's probably not as quite as many as come up as completely half, but it's getting really close. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this video on chasing the sum, is to show everybody that these numbers, when they come up, sometimes they do come up. On some of them, it does come up more than once on that number. But most of the time here recently, it's been new numbers that has come up. So what I've done is I've categorized a list of numbers on the chasing sum, and I started out right here on the hit sum of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So I have all those numbers, and what I've done was I've come up with numbers on each one of those that I think that may come up, and some that has not come up on the list. Like, say for instance, some of these has not showed up in the pink, that's already showed up before. Normally after each drawing, what I do is after each drawing, I will take and mark with my marker. I will mark the newest number that come up, and then that way I know that number has come up in the past. So these numbers on this list right here have not come up in the past. If you see kind of closely, you'll see some of my whiteout where when I made this list out, that I had them in the wrong order. So I had to change my orders around where that they show the ones that has not come up in the past. So we have a good list here of numbers that have not showed up in the past. And what I'll try to do is do a video tomorrow showing you guys on chasing the sum, on what's come up and how I marked that off the list, and how if it hit on our list, I'm hoping we have a winner. So if you guys want to maybe write these numbers down, you can do that. Let's see what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to go first through a few of these numbers and show you guys how this is working. Right here we have 622 on the sum, on the hit sum on 10. And if you look over here on our list, we have the 262, the 226 showed up, But the 622 in that order has not shown up. So with that being said, maybe this will be a fresh number. Number 10 sum has not come up in a little while. It's a little bit past due. But the ones that are mainly past due for tonight is going to be your 15 sum and your 17 sum. Those two numbers have not come up in quite some time. And probably the number 10 sum is coming up right behind those. So if you see here, you'll see 604. And then you look over here on our list, on the ones that has and has not come up. 604, you see it's not squared out on that. So that means it has not shown up. So you kind of get the idea of how these numbers are working on my list here. If you see here on this whole list, it's going to be exactly the same if you look at each number that's not showed up. So if any of you guys are wanting this list again on the ones that I have right now, send me a line and say, hey, you would like to have the list, and what I'll do is I'll try to maybe get that put on the description link. And that way you guys will have the same numbers that I have. And if you want to, you can go to the description link on that Chasing the Sum. Find the video to where it's got on the description link where this whole list is. But it's not going to look the same because I've been marking in pink as these numbers come out on the drawings. I've been doing that for quite some time. But for you guys that's just now tuning in and do not know that, just let me know, shoot me a line, say, hey, I don't have the list, and what I'll try to do is maybe I'll try to put that in the description link on a later video to where everyone can see. But I will hold the camera here for a moment. If you guys want to write these down, you can. They give you an opportunity if you want to go and pick some numbers tonight. These numbers are some that has not showed up in Mississippi before. And right now here recently, each time I check a number off, I haven't checked the number off here recently that showed up twice. So right now we're having brand new numbers showed up that's never showed up on that list. And I was kind of wanting to get this video out to show everybody that we have new numbers coming out on that there on Chasing the Sum that has not come out, has not been seen yet before, and maybe some of these might be tonight. And like I said, the numbers that's way past due is going to be on your hit sum of 15 and 17. And then, of course, your most popular numbers, your hotter numbers, is going to be, excuse me, in between the 10 sum and 16 sum. Those are going to be normally hotter, but I mean, you can't never tell how it's going to happen. Like last night, we had numbers that was, last night was 544. That hit on the 13 sum. Well, here recently, this past week, we've had a couple of numbers that's happened like back to back on sums. Like 13 sum can hit 2 days in a row. It can hit 3 days in a row. And here not too long ago, we had 3 days that the number 16 sum hit 3 days in a row. But just because that number showed up on the sum the day before does not mean it will not show up again on the next day. And believe me, it's cost me a little bit of money to figure that out the hard way. So I hope everyone likes this video. These will be some good numbers to pick tonight. If you don't want to pick all these right here numbers and spend that much money, pick you a category out of maybe the 10 through the 16. Or if you think these numbers that's going to hit tonight is going to be that's way past due on the 17 and 15, you might want to pick a category of that. But if you picked every one of these numbers and done it on 50 cents on the straight up, it would cost you probably about $26.50. So that wouldn't be too bad on the chance to win $250. And I'm pretty good on picking these numbers here lately. I've been doing a lot better on getting them straight. Sometimes I get them in exact order and sometimes I don't. But for a lot of you guys, if you want to do the exact any, that might be the better choice, and that way you get a little bit of the money either way it goes. If it hits in any order, you get money. So that may pay off better. So I hope everyone likes this video. If you will, please like and subscribe, and thank you very much.